This week, Rob has been invited to give Hobie Cat coaching in exchange to stay in this beautiful private boutique resort. But first, we need to sail from Kapang and we take the open ocean side and come face to face with some pretty wild weather.
Some boats coming in from the night. Little guys going out.
Well, this morning we left Kapang after filling our boat with fuel, which was a horrible job, exhausting, but it's how it rolls around here. There's no pulling up at a beautiful pontoon and just filling up your boat. You have to get your jerry cans out. And then this morning we've left and we're on the top end of Rote and we're heading down towards the bottom end of Rote on the southern side. So we've decided we're going to do, rather than doing a hop, which you could do a hop, we are just going to sail straight down to this little island that we're staying at. A bit more of an open ocean rather than heading down that side, the top end. Anyway, we'll tell you a bit more about where we're heading a bit later on, but it's pretty exciting. Well, I'm excited anyway. Once we get around this corner, we should have a really good angle. And it's nice flat sea still.
Yeah.
A little bit of a swell.
Well, there's nothing in between here and Australia.
Yeah, I know. We're really
So
close back to Australia.
But it's not. Yeah, it's not rough. This once we bear away and start reaching down the solid Rote, this is going to be a ripper of a sail, I reckon.
Yeah. We could just hop over to Australia into Darwin.
Yeah, and re-import the boat and those no thanks.
It's very close where we are. So we've gone from the very top of Rajampat to the very bottom in Indonesia
Yeah.
to Rote. We're all over the place in Indonesia.
We're east, we're heading west.
Yeah. We've certainly covered a lot of ground in Indonesia.
It's been good, yeah.
We're tearing along here, along the south side of Rote. And a bit of weather coming actually. We're doing around 8-9 knots. It's a beam reach. We've got 16 knots of wind and here's a weather system. We'll get down there by the time this comes.
No, a little bit before we get there.
Okay. We'll get wet.
We're doing, it is 10 knots, but that's on a wave, right? We're doing 9 knots or so, between 8.5 and 9 knots mostly through the water. We're pushing a little bit of tide, but look at that, we're still doing 8.5, 8.7.
Yeah, flying along.
Against a little bit of tide. So yeah, you know, a Super Maramu will commonly go this fast. The whole speed, I think, is 8.65 or something, or 8.63 knots. But yeah, we know that it's common for us to do 9 knots and 17, 18 knots of breeze. Yeah,
Particularly on the beam reach.
yeah, absolutely. And it's comfortable.
Yeah, well it's pretty flat today, which is nice.
Yeah, absolutely. No, life is good. We'll be there hopefully in daylight.
Yeah, I reckon, particularly with this weather around. got 31 knots of wind and everything is reefed, and we're doing 9.7, 10 knots over ground. And you were worried about we weren't going to get into Rote before dark.
I told you that was going to hit though.
Yeah, but not that quick.
It came a bit quick, so we got wet. This weren't even up. It's so hot.
Yeah. We just caught a fish at 10 knots. Flicked it out of its mouth anyway, so spat it once it was like flying, it was like zzz.
Right in the middle of the school.
I know, and there was thunder, and I saw a lightning flash too out there. So we're doing 10 knots, and now we caught another fish.
Yeah, there's one.
Wow, holy hell, it's leaping. It's not even leaping, it's getting thrown out.
Watch the instrument.
Okay.
What's happening?
Shallow depth, it just says.
Oh, don't worry about the depth.
Okay.
It's okay.
I don't think it was leaping, otherwise I think it was getting thrown out of the water.
Right.
This isn't really the time to catch a fish.
There it is. The surface again.
Oh yeah, wow.
Can't do much ground to the school.
Oh, there it is.
There's a spat. Spat it.
Oh, did he? Still on?
No, it's over 30 knots again. Another squall. We've fully reefed the mizzen because the waves are getting up a bit. It pushes the bum out if there's too much of the centre of effort aft. And got a reefed main, and only got to the first reef in the Genoa because I'm trying to hold the bow down. It just makes it a lot more comfortable. If it gets any windier, I'll take a little bit more of that Genoa in. But yeah, no mizzen, about half the main out, and first reef in the Genoa. I've had to put the clears down on this side to stay dry. And we're doing, let's see here, I don't know, you probably can't see that. Sort of varying between 7.5 and 10 knots of speed over ground, and it's raining.
It's a pretty wild coastline.
Yeah.
Didn't realise we were going surfing today. Hey, here's the big one. Woo. They don't look big when you're videoing, but believe me, they're big enough. Yeah. And we were doing 12 knots down a wave before. Gives you an idea. Here comes another one up behind us. Lifts the bum up, and down she goes. There's another one. Good thing about Jaygo, she knows how to surf.
You're gonna have to drive soon.
Yeah. Into the island, into this little resort. We just arrived yesterday, and it's Rote, and there's a little island called Landu. Well, that's what it says on avionics, and it changes on Google Maps. But anyway, we're going to go in and meet Natasha and Philippe, and they live here and run this resort. It's not up and running yet. It closed during COVID, I think. So anyway, we'll find out all about that. We haven't met them yet, so it'll be really nice to meet them. And Tash has just bought a Hobie cat. And I don't know if you know much about Rob and his Hobie cats, but he sailed them for years and raced them. And
he won't tell you this, but he's pretty good at it. And he was sponsored by Hog's Breath Cafe, and I crewed for him for about 5 years, and we did the nationals and states. And he's competed in the worlds, in the top 10 in the worlds with his daughter Haley. So he's very, very good at it. And he won't tell you that, but they've invited us down to hang out with Tash, and she just bought one. So they're gonna race around here, and she's gonna pick up some tips from Rob. So that's the reason why we're here.
Breathing it in, letting it go, heavy hearts beating so slowly. Is it a crime to feel your tears? I'm sinking so slowly, but I'm rising from the cage. I hate you, adore you for forcing me to stay. One day I will come home.
Yeah. This resort closed down through COVID, and then they got hit by a cyclone, and so they haven't reopened. It's just amazing. They've got so much infrastructure here all set up, from a bar to storage room. They got the Hobie Cat. They got the yoga deck over here. They got the fire pit across the yoga deck. They've got a fantastic big restaurant and kitchen as well. So this is the bar that hasn't quite finished. And this beautiful carving, they had some people come over from Bali, and they did all the doors in the beach house that we're in. And they've also done these posts. I mean, look at the ceiling and the benches. It's just beautiful. Yeah, so when COVID hit, they were in the process of, bringing it all together. They had guests. They were loving it. It was going really well for them. And yeah, I think a lot of people struggled, with businesses over here, the whole COVID thing. And then in here is where this fire pit is. It's awesome. This is where we sit every afternoon and have sundowners. And then our little beach house, or where we've been staying, Rob and I, is just across the water here. You can just see the white wall there. And Jaygo is anchored just outside the lagoon, just over there. There's another big lagoon that, if it was rough weather, we could move Jaygo around to there and have someone just keep an eye on her. There's a sandbar that comes up in the morning, and you can snorkel straight out from here. I snorkeled yesterday over on this reef here. Spectacular, big stingrays, fish, the coral. They've got lots of soft and hard coral. Very beautiful. So I'm going to take you to where we've been staying here. This is the beach house. It's very nice. French panties around. Home for the last 4 days. Right on the beach. Beautiful crystal clear water. This has been so nice to get off the boat and just have some time on land. And this is just so generous of these guys to give us the beach house. Look how good this is. There is like a outdoor shower and basin. Nice. Really enjoyed it. Can't thank them enough. I think it's interesting how people would think that living on a boat is amazing, and it is amazing, but it's also nice to get off the boat and have some land time. Constantly rocking and rolling and having to do some night shifts is sometimes a little bit tiring. So yeah, it's just good to have a break. It's like anything, you always need like a little bit of a holiday from your normal routine. It's pretty much what it is. We've just been really blessed to not, Rob's giving Hobie coaching to Tash,
and we've just been helping each other out basically, and they've given us a room to stay. And because they're closed, it can get a little bit isolating for them because there is no community around them. And there's, I think, 2 villages, one up around the corner, but no sort of township. You'd actually have to go by boat to the mainland to Rote. So it is quite isolating. So they really enjoy having people, particularly after the resort closed. I mean, they fly back to Europe to catch up with family and friends, but when they're here, you know, it's just them. So yeah, it's been really nice to, you know, it's been nice to just catch up with people that are living a different life as well and chosen this life, you know, setting up a resort. It's a big call. There's Jaygo just over there with no anchor light on. Whoops.
Cheers.
Cheers. Into the restaurant. This is Philip cooking. This is his kitchen. Loves it. Look at him. It's got the music going and he's cooking. What you got in there? Woo! Look at you go. He's rocking it. Cheers. Wow.
Okay. Hey.
Just walked back into the bedroom and there is a crab beside Rob. He's just sitting here reading the news. There's a little crab. He's coming off the beach. Because the beach is just there. It's low tide. He must be waiting for the tide to come in. Oh, got him. Back to sea, mate. Today the weather is perfect, the wind is perfect, and it's time for Rob to take Tash out for some Hobie Cat coaching. Well, this weather's so good, we're going to head back and go for a dinghy ride up into the lagoon and go for a snorkel.
This is the lagoon that you were talking about us coming into.
Jungle skies to city lights. I'm following my voice. Afraid of everything and nothing all at once. How could I give you up if I feel for you this much? This shaking my
So this lagoon, is that the name of it?
Nirwana,
Talaga Nirwana.
and it's just next door to a ferry.
We're heading out of the lagoon and we're going to head over to this little island. It's a little dive spot and have a snorkel and check out the bat cave. So we're going to do some snorkeling around here and then go into the cave. Check it out. Let's go have a little look. We're getting spooked.
It's a lovely place, and we have to start heading west. We've got to get to Bali by the 28th of this month, so we've got 4 weeks. And also, you've got to remember, the winds are going to start to turn. So we're coming into their wet season, which means it's going to be westerlies coming, and we need to go west, so towards Malaysia. So we really need to think about making our way along before we get caught out. They're rainy seasons, I don't think. I mean, rain is nice because it's so hot. That doesn't bother me. But we don't like beating into the wind. I don't like sailing upwind. It's not fun, particularly if you're doing night shifts. So, very, very nice. Enjoy it for now.
Attaching myself to a place that would hold me every day. I'm sinking so slowly, but I'm rising from the cage. I hate you, adore you, for forcing me to stay. One day I will come home and flood into
Next week we sail west and we stop at 8 different anchorages while on the lookout for whale sharks.